Guys, welcome back to a new episode of the KV Show. Today we are going to look at Dune. This film is based on a book by Frank Herbert. It is directed by Denis Villeneuve, who's one of my favorite directors of all time. And this film was nothing short of a masterpiece. It may be a science fiction story set in the future with spaceships, projector lenses, robotic spy bugs, but it also feels ancient with the costumes, the markings on the walls, as well as the weapons they use, which are mostly daggers. Whatever futuristic futuristic weapons you see in most science fiction films today. This is a slow burn space opera that feels more like an art house film rather than a big blockbuster that you see usually now. It puts more attention on story. When I saw this film, I was immediately reminded of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Now here's the plot. Spice, which is found on Dune, is the most important resource in the universe, so the Emperor sends the House of Atreides there to collect the spice. However, he actually sends them there to kill them. He feels that the House of Atreides is gaining too much power and they would go against him one day. Once the House of Atreides is gone, that's why he sent them there in the first place. And there are also Fremens in the story who are more of the native people on the planet of Dune, or Arrakis as some would call it. Film is a really compelling story as well as a very unique one. Not a kind of story that you see in most science fiction stories nowadays. Most science fiction stories nowadays concentrate more on space, going to space, AI and whatnot. But here it's a very unique kind of story. The acting throughout the cast was incredible. All of them, a lot of A-list actors were involved in this. The visuals are the most unique I've ever seen. They feel futuristic with the spaceships. At the same time, they also feel ancient because most of the set is done on the desert, and also with the costume design, they feel rather ancient. I hope more big budget films will take the same risks as Denis Villeneuve did with this film. The soundtrack by Hans Zimmer is incredible. Hans Zimmer is one of my favorite score makers, and the score in this film was just incredible. It sounds a bit Arabic with the music, which makes sense considering the fact that the film was mostly in the desert. The worm sequence was enthralling and also very scientifically accurate with the sand going down, and that's so scientifically accurate. I really loved seeing that. Also, I heard the book was a huge inspiration for Star Wars, and I can see that too. I love Star Wars, and this film is really a masterpiece. The desert, the worm, the Jedi mind trick were all inspired by this film. In this film, it's called The Voice, the Jedi mind trick, but many Villeneuve films have this sense of ambiguity to them, and this film also has it. This creates a feeling which keeps us engaged at all time because we always feel that something is amiss. The VFX in this film is next level, man, and some of the best I've ever seen in any film. The cinematography is absolutely stunning. That's all I have for this video. If you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe my channel, and see you guys next time. You guys are always the best.